Welcome to the Inside Track on Real Estate with the Decker team. And I'm Ken Decker.
And I'm Ryan Decker.
And today we're going to talk about green initiatives. Kind of like a greenhouse, but a greenhouse with my age. A greenhouse is the thing you put plants in and it captured the sun and made it warm and you grew plants, right? But now greenhouses aren't that.
No, a greenhouse is more about being green with the environment. And so there's been a lot of changes and there's a lot of initiatives happening. And so we're going to talk about that. And then at the end of the show, we're going to ask if a few of you are maybe interested in moving towards that.
So you want to crowdfund this?
Yeah, we'll crowdfund an initiative in Ottawa for greenhouse living.
Nice.
Now, not in a greenhouse like Ken said, but a house that's green. That may be off the grid, it may be on the grid slightly.
But you can paint it whatever color you want.
You can paint it. It does not need to be green. That will not be in the, what do you call that?
In the restrictive covenants.
Restrictive covenants. You will not have to paint it green.
Yeah, there you go.
Awesome.
So what's your thought? What's your plan? First of all, what got you going on this? Because I know you like the Tesla guy. What's his name?
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Yeah.
He's a brilliant...
Yeah, he's got so many ideas, right? He's got the solar panels on shingles.
Or
the shingles
is
are
a
solar
shingle.
panel. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you can install your shingles, and he's trying to get it for the cost of regular shingles.
Wow.
Which would be amazing.
So he has the technology. He's just trying to get the cost down. So you could shingle your roof with solar panels.
Yep.
And no longer need to worry about electricity.
Yeah. Now, again, in our environment, because we get very cold here in Ottawa, and we have snow, so I'm not sure how that'll play in.
All right. So do we have natural gas in that road? Would we have heat?
Oh, so are we talking about initiatives, or are we going to the crowdfunding right away?
Well, we
Where do
can
you
go
wanna
either way. I just like confusing people.
Nice.
So not really. I don't want to. I'm just confused myself. So in this green initiative, so there's that one with solar panels. There's windmills, which there's a lot of controversy around windmills because windmills actually create noise and are a hazard for birds and things like that. Whereas solar panels, I really haven't heard any of the people put up a problem about solar panels. Even the solar farms, I mean, they look a little weird, row upon row, but really they don't affect anything. They're not noisy.
Animals can still be around them.
They can be up off the ground. And so then there's also the technology for cars. More and more hybrid or pure electric cars. There's big rebates for cars.
There are.
And one of the reasons we got this idea about crowdfunding a green initiative is Tesla brought out a new model. I think it was called Model M. And because their S is super sporty and it's like $110,000 or whatever, and it goes like the wind. And it's super luxury. And then they were coming out with a kind of a sedan in the $35,000 range. And what he said was, I want to develop this. This is what it will look like. This is what it will cost. Who will give me a deposit? And he asked for $1,000 deposit. And in like a matter of a month or two, he got like $100,000 deposits for this new car. And he said, oh, by the way, you won't get it for a year or two from now, right?
So he used that money, the $100 million.
So he got $100 million to set up his production lines to build the car. How brilliant is that?
It's brilliant. And it creates something that people obviously want.
There's obviously a high demand. Because the cost of driving an electric car, a pure electric car, is a fraction of the cost of driving a fossil fuel car.
Well, it also affects our environment, which people are becoming more and more sensitive to. And so some people are, radical that, we need to do something. And some people are like, well, I want to do something, but I don't know how.
Yeah. So they want to do something, but they don't know how. So you've come up with an idea.
I have an idea.
Okay.
So there's a property that we're looking at purchasing, and we'd be able to build roughly 63 2-acre lots. And on these lots, we would build homes that are green, that it's inexpensive to heat and cool. It's either solar run or there's other models that we're playing with now. And it would be a whole community that this is what it is. If you want to live in this community, it's because you want to be green with other people that are being
So
green.
it'd be like a community of flower childs, like in
That's
the 60s,
right.
you know, like
Yeah,
the hippie buses and that kind of stuff.
This
But
would be
it'd
the
be like electric
the new
cars.
gen hippie.
New gen hippie. Nice. I like
All
it.
the electric cars in there.
Yeah. Okay. And so a 2-acre lot in that area, this subdivision, it's not developed yet.
Mm-hmm. We'd need to develop it.
We'd need to develop it. It's raw land.
Mm-hmm.
It does have draft plan approval for a subdivision.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking a lot like that in that area would sell normally probably about $180,000. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how could we make it so that there's a high incentive for somebody who wants to be in the fund crowd
Mm-hmm.
and may want to live there?
So we're looking at taking $50,000 deposits, and these deposits will help us get the roads done and get the rest of the funding we need in order to finish it. And then we would be selling the lots to you at $150,000 instead of $180 plus when it's ready to go.
Okay. So they get their lot at $150. And so we haven't worked out the details or talked to a lawyer or anything, but the $50,000 might put them as a share owner in the subdivision as opposed to
Right.
A deposit on a particular lot.
We'll have to work out those fundamentals. Mm-hmm. And so at this point, we really want to hear from you. Is this something you're interested in? Do you want to be a part of a green initiative where the community, they farm for a lot of their food, and they've got, solar electricity for their heat?
2 acres, you could build a nice garden.
You could do a nice garden.
Yeah.
And it is residential zoning, so there won't be, animals and stuff like that.
Just dog or cat.
Just dog or cat,
Or pet bunny. Pet bunny?
Bunnies are good, I believe.
You
Bunnies
just
are
can't have
awesome.
over a certain number, I think.
Yeah, there'll be a limit to that. And so it's really, the idea came from a lot of clients being like, Ryan, this is what I want. And they'd lay out this idea of, okay, I want 2 acres minimum. I want, this size of a house. And I'm not so worried about, how big the bedrooms are, but I do need, big living space so we can come together as a family. And so they're very specific on what they need. And I'll take them out to try and find it, and it doesn't exist right now.
So they're ahead of their time.
They're ahead of their time. And so we're trying to advance this forward to bring it to their time.
Cool. So $50,000 would get them a
lot.
Well, or get them a share in the subdivision, and then they could apply that and buy a lot at $150 when they're ready.
Right.
Okay, so they'd save basically $30,000 minimum because
and you'd be guaranteed
the land
a spot.
might be worth more. Yeah, you could early pick your lot.
Yeah.
That's another advantage because in subdivisions, the premium lots are usually worth more than the less premium lots. So being able to pick your lot plus get a huge discount, that would be incentive right there.
That's the idea.
That's the idea? We're done?
No.
The show's over?
Well, it could be.
Bam, drop the mic. He's done. That's awesome. Okay, so what are the green initiatives that are going on?
Oh, there's so many right now. And I believe that in the next couple of years, it's just going to keep getting better and better. And so this is, to me, the time to get in and kind of lead that initiative forward. And so I think it's right for picking. So what are some of these initiatives? A lot of people are moving towards wanting to farm their own food, at least partial, and then do a lot of pickling.
Because it's a big thing now. Even Yetta and I have gone to buying more and more organic food, and it's more expensive. It's harder to come by. Sometimes you go to the store and they don't have what you want in organic, so sometimes you make a choice to buy non-organic. But even I'm finding when I go into particular stores that I shop frequently, I'll now buy the organic on purpose, even if it's a little more expensive, and there's, the other type is a lot cheaper sitting right there, because that's showing the demand for the organic. And the other thing about organic is it's not MGO, like it's not genetically modified, right? That's huge. That's huge because all of our processed foods are genetically modified, and it's not good for not all our processed food. Many of our processed foods are genetically modified corn and wheat and tomatoes and all that stuff, and it's not good for our bodies. God didn't design us to digest that stuff.
I know personally, and a lot of other people as well, are starting to get these food sensitivities. And some people are like, what do you mean food sensitivity? Like, it's food. How can it make you sick? And well, it's not food anymore. It's been modified, or it's been affected in so many different ways and chemically enhanced that it's hurting us.
And there's pesticides in
Yeah,
it.
lots of pesticides.
Right? And so, I mean, the government's protecting us. They have some limits on different things, but they believe they're good limits. But then things like cancer is rampant. And so what's causing cancer? It's stress, it's poor eating, it's
Lack of sleep.
It's lack of sleep, it's inflammation of the body, right? The body can't handle it anymore. And some of that is pesticides, some of that is air pollution. There's all kinds of things. But our food can be a medicine or a poison. So growing your own, you know what's there.
You know it's there, and there's a lot of ways
Just don't grow it over the septic system.
Yeah. Might grow fast. Not necessarily a good place, though.
No.
Yeah.
And so, okay, so grow your own food.
Yep.
What's
And
in it?
people don't have to.
No, of course
you
not.
can. You've got the room for it.
You got the room.
And you've got the people around you that want to also help you.
Hey,
create
what
this
about a
lifestyle.
cooperative around tools? So we could build a
Tool shed.
like a little tool warehouse kind of thing, and we could do a cooperative, and you just sign out the rototiller or whatever, because a rototiller is something you need once a year, right? And everybody could rototiller. You could have a roller-tiller weekend. Everybody could have a party. We could have like potlucks and rototiller. Everybody's garden.
And that's very green, right? Because now you're only doing one rototiller instead of one for each person, which would be 60.
Right.
That's a huge impact.
Right. Do they have electric rototillers? I don't think so. But they got this cool lawnmower now. It's about $650. And it takes a big battery pack. You just drop it in. It's an electric lawnmower.
Nice.
Self-propelled. Pretty cool.
They've had plug-in stuff for a long time. They're not big like that, I'm sure.
Yeah, so that's my knowledge of green initiatives.
Well, and you know what? That's a start. And I think that's the first step is, going and looking what is coming out, what's out there. Because there's a lot. And it's new every day, which I find really fascinating. So
like charging ports in every house?
Charging ports, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
because you got to pre-wire for your charging port for your Tesla.
I was at my doctor's office in Osgood.
Yeah.
And they have a charging port.
They have a charging port?
They do.
In Osgood?
In Osgood.
Downtown Osgood?
Downtown Osgood.
At the medical center. That's awesome.
Right. And so there's a free plug for them. I think that's so cool.
Was it also free to plug in?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
I don't have an electric car yet, so I don't know. But I believe it was free to plug in, charge your car when you're in the doctor's office.
Nice. And even the gas stations have a mandate now to have charging stations on like the Service Ontario stations down the 400 and that. They have a mandate. They have to have a certain number of charging ports.
Very cool.
So
And do you have to pay for those charging ports?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. They have a small fee, and it's based on whether you're getting a quick charge or a slow charge. Of course, slow charge is better for your batteries than the fast charge. And I was at the Westin Hotel downtown the other day, and there was a Tesla parked out front, at the valet parking, and they had a charging port there, and it was plugged in at the hotel. So it's becoming more and more common, which is good because the scary thing, right, is what's the range, and do I run out of, and then I can't go anywhere. That's why the hybrids have been so popular, because you can always go to gas if you run out of electric. But yeah, very cool. So the solar panels on the roof.
Yeah, and so all these ideas we're talking about, they may be the final ideas that we move with as far as covenants, and they may not. And so we're still in the development stage of what this vision will look like. And
so we could
be
either
solar.
backfeed the grid, or we could be totally off the grid.
Right.
Now, if we go off the grid, then we need batteries, we need inverters, and we need a separate supply, like a gas generator or something, so that if you totally run out of power, because we don't want to run out of power in the middle of the winter, minus 40
cold.
degrees, right? It's too cold. But if you have a gas-powered generator, when I say gas, I mean natural gas furnace, that natural gas generator could run the power for your house if you ran out. Yeah, but it's probably cheaper to backfeed the grid.
And then eat off the grid.
Eat off the grid when you need it, and feed it when you've got excess power. And you actually make more money because they buy your solar power at a higher rate than they charge you for electricity. So
which may change quickly.
It could change. Well, if we get too much electricity.
Well, and the rates are going up a lot, right?
Oh, the hydro rates are going up. Yes, that's true. Thank you, Mrs. Wynn.
Well,
or Miss Wynn. I'm not even
sure
sure
which.
Electric
companies.
It's a win for electric companies.
So I shouldn't make political jokes. I'm sorry.
Well, that was good.
Yeah,
I like it.
I mean, there can be a community garden.
Okay.
You know, in the parkland, there can be a community garden. There could be that community shed where they've got the tools, tool share. There's so many ideas that can be brought forward.
Could we build a sports dome?
Oh, I want a sports dome, but I don't think it'll be at this place.
Oh, okay.
I know we'll do a sports dome soon.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. So
some other ideas are the insulation type, the breathing of the home, the airflow of the home. There's ways in order to air condition in the summer using airflow, and you don't necessarily have to do as much heating. In the winter, you can do a special kind of tint of window that allows sun in the winter and not in the summer. And then you can do a big wall of windows to heat your house in the winter, a portion of the heat.
Yeah, positioning the home for, we call them passive solar houses, so that they get more heat in the winter and they're cooler in the summer. The position of the house doesn't mean everybody's going to be lined up perfect to the street. They're going to be lined up more to the house. So it'll be a different look driving down the street.
Well, and it's a 2-acre lot, so they might not be right by the road anyways.
Yeah, they could be back in a little bit. Yeah. What about, would we provide internet and cable and stuff like that?
I still need all that stuff. And I plan on having one of these houses
you need
as well.
One of those?
I think you do. Because it's not about disconnecting from today. It's about connecting to today healthily. Financially healthy, environmentally healthy, just making great choices and still living in today's society. And
so you're willing to put your 50 up?
Absolutely.
You're the first 50
I'm the first 50. So if you want to pick a lot, get going. It's already on.
Okay.
I have actually a few people before the show. I was like, hey, I've got this show and this is what we're going to talk about. And they're like, I'm in.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. We'll have to talk to our lawyer and get some contracts.
Yeah, we got to get going. If you're interested, give us a call. It's still in the works. And we'll talk to you more before you give us your 50 grand. And
we'll have a better plan before we ask for 50.
And we'll have the legal documents in line for that to secure your money.
That song, Me and the Boys in Our 50. But I think that was a different 50.
You going to sing it for us?
No.
Okay. Good.
It's an old beer commercial. Yeah. So
awesome.
Yeah. I think I might have someone that might be interested
there
in this.
You go. And so that's what we want to see from you guys is this something you're interested in, or is this something that people talk about but they aren't willing to move forward?
So I got an idea. Why don't they like you on Facebook? You can start a Facebook
group on this? We can do that.
On the Green Initiative.
Yeah.
Subdivision Green Initiative. The Green Subdivision. What would we call it?
The name's going to change. But right now we'll call it the Green Initiative.
Okay.
And this subdivision will be in Greeley. We haven't mentioned that yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'll be inside the city area.
Well, it's in Ottawa.
In Ottawa, yeah. And it'll be on septic and well.
Yes. And the beauty with well is chlorine and stuff. I think, personally, I'm not a chemist, but I think chlorine you keep, and it's not actually chlorine they put in our water, but it is something like chlorine. It's a derivative of chlorine. And I can't see it being good for your body because it's designed to kill bacteria. And guess what? Your body's full of
good bacteria.
Is good bacteria. So you're drinking this chlorinated water, and it's killing your insides. So the beauty with well water is, yes, it might have more minerals. Those minerals happen to be good for you, most of them, and it's better for you. It's like, and so I've had people say to me, "Oh, I don't want to drink out of a well. It's not safe. And I go, well, do you drink the bottled spring water? And they go, yeah, that's good water. I go, yeah, that comes out of a well. That's what a spring is. It's the water springing forth out of the ground. So it's, yeah, I love that part.
That's awesome. Yeah, so I mean, even that is a part about living in today's society healthy. Like, you know, doing this well. I think, you know, the American dream was to, you know, own some land and provide for your kids. And that's still a great dream. Most of us can achieve that. So what's the next dream?
So we could recapture water.
Yeah, there's so many things you can do.
There's
recapturing water for gardening. There's
we could do
drip irrigation.
We could do drip irrigation fed directly from your eaves troughs.
You could, which will increase your yield as well. Of your
yield
crops.
in the garden.
Yeah.
What about manure? Could we find manure somewhere? Or would that make it a stinky subdivision?
No, I have a lot of manure I can get from a friend.
Yeah?
He was actually on the show a while ago. He owns a chicken farm. Okay. And after it's treated and stuff, you can't use too much because it'll burn the crops.
Right.
But used properly, it's a really, really great fertilizer.
Cool. And it doesn't smell.
Well, I'm sure it'll smell a little, but not terrible. It's going to be in the soil.
Yeah, once you put it in the soil, it'll be fine. Yeah.
I wouldn't go eat it or anything, you know? It's poo.
Yeah, but you eat the plant.
Yeah, you do.
It's God's plan.
Yes.
It's God's plan. I like it. Okay. Would we have streetlights?
So there'll be streetlights. We'll have to stick with what the city dictates.
I think we'd get solar-powered streetlights.
I believe they're out there already.
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
We just put a big solar panel and then put... Because LED lights now take a lot of power,
I wanted
right?
to talk about that. Thanks for bringing that up. If you
You're
don't have
quite
LED lights yet, go get them. Like, what are you doing?
But wait till they have, like, every couple of months they have the $5 off per
you can get
or
an
whatever.
LED bulb sometimes for $1 or $1.50.
Yeah, I paid 99 cents for
there
the
you
last
go.
ones I bought.
Man, that's cheaper than bulbs, and your bill will go down.
Yes, mine bill has gone down.
Yeah, like, go get them.
And I just converted my whole new office, actually, 10,000 square feet. We took out all the fluorescents, put in all new lighting. It cost me about $50,000, but you know what? I'm getting a rebate from the government. $5,000.
And if you were to do that now, it would have been cheaper. Or is that not just for the bulbs? That's for all the light fixtures as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's for converting to LED lighting. Now, what's interesting is my hydro bills are still ridiculous. You know, I think they're ridiculous. They're $1,800 and $2,000, whatever. Well, we have computers and we have we have electrical use. We have fans running to ventilate and stuff like that. But I just imagine what my hydro bill would be if I had all the old fluorescents running.
Yeah, be huge.
Crazy. So I'm excited about LED.
Me too.
And LED technology just keeps getting better and better.
It does.
And you can change the color.
I prefer daylight bulbs. Some people prefer the yellow tinge. It really depends on what you want.
Yeah, and we could do home automations. So that we could have these houses already pre-wired for home automation so that they can turn off and turn the heat up when you're about to get home. You can do it from your iPhone like I do now, right? Just make sure that all the thermostats are smart thermostats.
Yeah.
Smart lighting.
And there's also a lot of people who want the Green Initiative also want to travel. It's not like I just want to sit at home in my garden all day. It's I want to go, decrease my expenses and then get to travel. Well, these homes could be set up automatically to decrease the heat when no one's around, but keep it above freezing and, take care of the house as a whole without giving you a high cost.
Absolutely. Love it. I'm in too.
Awesome.
So that's...
Do you have to talk to Yetta first or what?
Well, probably a good idea.
Probably.
It's like I went to look for a truck the other day, and the guy said, okay, if you buy it right now, I'll give you an extra $4,000 off. If you buy it right now. And I said, no, if I don't talk to my wife, that will be $1 million truck. And he laughed. Because seriously, my marriage, it cost me $1 million for Yetta to leave. Probably even more.
Probably more.
Yeah. So yes, we'll talk to Yetta, but I think I'm in.
And,
I like
and
the
for
idea.
those of you that are upset, I called my mom Yetta. I apologize. I do it for you, not for me. She is my mom. Yeah.
Well, she's my wife. I call her Yetta.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
I have some clients that are like, why do you call her mom at work? And then other clients are like, why did you call her Yetta? That's awful. I'm like, well, she's both.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways.
I'm just soaking in the excitement of doing a green initiative
In Ottawa. I think Ottawa is...
Like for the 150th anniversary, we'll sell you a lot for 150 instead of 180.
There you go.
And
That's catchy.
only 50 down.
50 down.
50 down.
And I think Ottawa...
Maybe we could call the subdivision 50 down.
50 down? That sounds awful. I'm not using that.
Okay.
Wait, we need to listen to the radio thing again. What did we say? Green initiative? Green housing? What are we calling this Facebook site?
Well, we're not calling it the Earth.
No, we're not
Earthship.
calling it Earthship.
No,
Earthships are awesome, by the way. They take a lot of work, though. I'm not going to talk about them here.
We're not building Earthships.
We're not. These will be homes.
Real life
Real
homes,
homes.
not dug into the dirt.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, they will be dug into the dirt because we've got to put a foundation.
Yes,
but
we do.
That's a separate idea. Oh, I'm having so much fun.
Good.
Okay, so Facebook page.
Yeah.
Just have them friend you, Ryan Decker.
Yep.
It's pretty easy to friend him. Make him your friend.
We'll chat.
And then message him either on his wall or in private or whatever. He'll create a group, a Green Initiative.
Yeah.
Just call it a Green Initiative group. And we can do some chatting back and forth and see how this idea develops into a land development, into a subdivision development.
Of green homes with green families.
Of green homes that you can pick the color of what color you want your green home. I love that.
Awesome.
Okay. So feel free to friend Ryan Decker on Facebook and comment. And if you just want to talk to us, give us a call. You can talk to Ryan. 613-860-4663. That's 613-860-4663. Or you can email us, because that's a green. Email us at info@deckerteam.com.
Awesome. Thanks for tuning in. Looking forward to hearing from you.